University of Johannesburg, the future reimagined.
Good day, my name is Laura Smith and I'll be your host for this online presentation. I would like to take this opportunity and greet all of our attendees. Welcome to the UJ Grade 12 online seminar. I hope this will be a fruitful and worthwhile session and that all your queries will be answered during the presentation. This presentation will cover topics such as faculties, orange carpet, applications, campuses, facilities and residences. We have 7 faculties and the College of Business and Economics. Speaking of such, here's a video giving more details of our campuses and facilities.
Imagine an area that spans across 450,000 square meters or 450 football fields. Well, this is the total built-up area of UJ. UJ is one of the largest residential universities in South Africa with 25 on-campus residences. UJ has several libraries where you and your fellow students will find a place to meet and study together. Here you will have access to over 540,000 volumes of literature. The campuses are all custom designed and multifunctional. The general layout of the different campuses provides for easy access to lecture halls, libraries, micro-laboratories, auditoriums, sports facilities, health clinics, student centres and residences. Our lecture halls are equipped with all the latest audio-visual equipment and situated within quick walking distance of each other. Student centres on the various campuses house a multitude of shops including banks, bookshops, medical facilities and fast food outlets. In focusing on the total development of its students, the university provides excellent sporting infrastructure, gyms, athletic stadiums, soccer, hockey, cricket, rugby, netball fields, tennis and squash courts, and indoor sports centres. At UJ, you'll be able to participate in diverse cultural and artistic societies, political and academic organisations and social clubs. This is what makes us such a unique and expressive, energetic and creative student body. The Song and Dance Company is one of the jewels of this institution and presents 2 major productions annually. The world-renowned UJ Choir is reflective of South Africa as well as the student body, echoing its multicultural diversity through beautiful song and expression.
After watching that video, one can imagine yourself roaming around the campus of your choice. I'm happy to be speaking to you from the University of Johannesburg. In the studio today, we have representatives from our faculties.
A very good day to all our attendees. In the studio today, we are joined by the Faculty of Humanities, and we have Prof. Graham to actually take us on a journey within humanities. I'm your host today, Melisizo Notwala, from the University of Johannesburg. Thank you, Prof, for joining us. How is everything going within your faculty?
Thanks so much. At the moment, things are going pretty well. I think students are adapting to the online environment. We're forced into this space, but we're making good. And just to ensure prospective learners that if they face this situation going into 2022, that UJ is prepared, and especially the UJ Humanities faculty is prepared.
Oh, great. Lovely. With a university that prides itself in teaching and learning, for someone who's about to leave high school, what offerings do you have within the Faculty of Humanities? What can one look into studying when it comes to your faculty?
I think the most important thing is when students are leaving matric, they may not know what they want to do with their lives, and there's just so much out there. What can they do? What can they do? And I think what UJ Humanities does is it offers really important guidance for students because it has broad degrees that enable students to take different modules that will appeal to them. And students might have so many different things that they enjoy doing or might be entertained by or might enjoy as part of the academic journey in life. And so we cater for that and we make sure we do. And I think that it's important that students realize that in the world of work today, they really ought to take those modules on campus and online at the moment that will help deliver the skills they need to be employable at the end of the day. And I'm sure students want to know they will get a job at the end of their degree. And I think that it's vital. And so what Humanities does basically is give that to the students. We say we offer a wide variety of choices in many different departments, and you pick and choose through our flexible degree programs what you want in your life. And if it doesn't suit you, choose again, pick something else. Get to know the place, and we'll help you do that through our different online orientation sessions and really help show you who your lecturers are going to be and why it's important that you study with us, why it's going to make your life better in the long run.
Oh, great. You've actually mentioned departments that you have within your faculty and the degrees that you offer. And I believe that there has been a change with regards to some of the degrees. Can you tell us more about the transition with regards to those degrees and specifically the BA degree that you've just launched?
Yes, certainly. I think about 2 years ago, the faculty decided that we needed to change things because we needed to make sure we could cater for the students that were emerging from matrics around the country and across the world that wanted to join us at UJ in Johannesburg. And so we decided we needed to be more flexible. We needed to be a degree that would be able to cater for problem solvers and to be able to cater for students with multiple interests. And that means the flexible BA was born.
Oh, lovely.
And this means that students are able to choose 2 electives from a broad range of subjects, and they could be wholly different from each other, and that's the point. As well as the new Politics, Economics and Technology degree, which actually enjoys an interdisciplinary character by bringing in modules from other faculties. And in that way, students can take subjects like technology, which will help for the future world 21st century skills, the 4IR and things like that, these buzzwords that are actually important in the real world today. And it will help students to get to know the skills related to technology and economics and politics. So that's the PET degree, for example. And that's also new, along with a flexible BA. And it really is just about trying to make sure that we are relevant and that students choose us because we can cater for them, what they need.
Oh, lovely. Then now for that learner who's not sure which subjects to choose, which subjects would you actually say are imperative for someone who's going to apply to study at the UJ and within your faculty?
I think that's actually a difficult question because all of the subjects are important in my mind.
Great.
But all of them are they're not so similar that they overlap, and so that you feel it might be a waste of time if you take 2 and there's similar contents. It's not like that at all, happily. So, but that unfortunately creates so much diversity and choice that you'll have to try and think about what you want. But that's why we have orientation sessions and manuals so that you can really figure it out. And luckily we have departments with really, really invested teachers, lecturers and support staff who want to be there for students and make sure that they're enjoying the content, that it's relevant, that it's decolonized content, that it makes sense for the South African experience and the African experience.
Oh, great. Lovely. And I like the fact that you are giving us now a feel of a diversified faculty that allows one now to actually have this multi-choice and be able to choose something that will actually align with their interest. Looking at, for instance, psychology, a quick question, a question that will come maybe from a learner who's doing grade 12 would be, when looking at other degrees within the University of Johannesburg, most you'd find that they will take a learner 3 years to graduate. Is that the case also with psychology? After 3 years of study, will I graduate or do I have to study further?
If you want to become a proper psychiatrist or work in psychology going forward, you'd have to study honours and take a 4th year in that degree. But that is a very selective degree, so you'd have to work very, very hard and make sure you stand out in the undergrad group and be selected for the honours group and then take your career even further. But not all degrees are 3-year degrees. We have extended degrees too.
Oh, yes.
For those students who need a little bit of bridging work, extra support to try and get themselves into the university experience. And those are available in subjects like strategic communications, if people are interested in communications going forward, or media studies, things like that, linguistics, development studies, language practices, and that would be 4-year degrees.
I was actually about to ask whether the extended degrees, are they 3 years or maybe 4 years?
They're 4 years. 4 years.
Great.
And we have an excellent faculty officer in place who deals with these extended degree students in a very, very, very human way. So it's very helpful.
Oh, lovely. Great. Wow. I've actually also just learned a lot within the faculty itself. whereby one has now options if one wants actually, for instance, go to extended degrees instead of your traditional normal degrees. And then now if we're looking at the innovation within humanities, what has the faculty achieved recently? Are there any latest developments within the faculty, something that one would actually want to become part of, or that they actually can think about considering going to humanities?
Okay, thank you for that question. I think that our faculty is very vibrant. There's always something happening. It's full of enthusiastic people involved in many different projects, regionally and across the world. They don't limit themselves, and that's the whole point of the humanities degree. It has a unique UJ spark to it.
Oh, yes.
The UJ spirit is alive and well and flowing through our veins in the faculty. And one of the innovations is the virtual Africa by Bus tour. We used to actually have an Africa by Bus,
Oh, wow.
where we would take students across Africa and
Where
visit
would this
other
bus
universities.
actually travel from?
We've been to Ghana, we've been across Namibia.
Wow.
It changes every year. And unfortunately, because of the pandemic, we can't take students safely across Africa anymore. But so we're moving it online. It will be a virtual Africa by Bus.
Interesting.
And it's important still because students need to have their eyes opened about the continent we live in. There is so much they don't know about, and we need to make them more aware of that. And that's the joy of the position we're in as a humanities faculty. So that's quite a big deal for us this year, the Africa by Bus virtual tour, and we hope that that goes very, very well. And another quite important thing that our faculty has just emerged from is the Kapuscinski Development Lecture Series. It's quite a prestigious lecture series in collaboration with the European Commission and the United Nations Development Programme. And we had Esther Benjamin, who is the CEO of World Education Services in New York, based in New York. She used to be the executive director of Monash South Africa, so she spent a lot of time in South Africa.
Oh.
And we know her from collaborations that way in the humanities. And it was a very, very successful, quite prestigious event online with 400 students attending, which is really quite a huge group of students after hours who chose to actually log on and see what this woman might have to say.
Oh, yes.
And she spoke about leadership and social impact and education in the world today and her experiences across the globe. She used to work in support of former President Barack Obama and President Clinton, so she was offering advice about her experience there. And very importantly about how students can get involved in the world today, how to make meaningful connections, how to interact, how to volunteer, how to make sure you can make a focused contribution to the world in your own special way. And it's knowing people like that and bringing people like that to the UJ space that I think makes UJ's humanities faculty so special and unique. We also have just come off last week a teaching and learning conference with 90 participants from across the globe. And this was the first conference we've hosted that has been so large, specifically on teaching and learning initiatives during the pandemic. And the information that came out from that was really fantastic. A lot of learning and a lot of experiences shared, very meaningful for staff and students alike. And I think that we're quite proud of that event. And we'll be having a book published from that event so people can read about it if they weren't able to log on and attend.
Lovely.
We also have another conference coming up later this year that Humanities is
interesting.
hosting. And that's to do with civil society as agents of change, and that's something we are very invested in. We have links with many different partners in terms of community engagement in the faculty, as you could imagine, for humanities in dealing with society's problems. And so it was very important for us that we introduce a concept or a topic that could be brought up in a conference space, which is partly online, partly at the venue later this year, for more participants to be able to show up and enjoy the experience. And it really is about how practitioners in the field and academics can meet. So the theory and the practice can meet. And I think that's something students often are concerned about. Learning theory, how's that going to get them, any experience in the real world? Well,
Definitely.
we'll show them how when the theory and the practitioners meet up at this conference. So that's an important deal for us this year too.
Thank you so much, Prof, for your time and making sure that you equip us with all the information. Is there something in closing that you'd like to share with our audience at home?
Thank you for that. I think that there is a lot of choice in the world. So there are many different universities that you can attend and many excellent universities. UJ is one of those universities, and the UJ Humanities faculty is there for you as students. So I think my main message would be, we're here for you. So use us, come to us, see what we can offer to you. And we will try our very, very best to make sure that you get the skills you need to be employable at the end of the day and enjoy your studies at the same time while you're actually here at the institution. And it's just such an important thing that you know that people care and that they're there for you. And I think UJ Humanities does that on a daily basis.
Hi everyone, today we have Wendy, who's from the College of Business and Economics. And Wendy, good to have you. How have you been?
I've been fine. Thanks for having me, Lesego. It's great seeing you again.
Great. Maybe let's start off by asking you, what can you tell us about your faculty and the courses?
Okay, so I'm from the College of Business and Economics in the university. We have a range of qualifications within us, within the college. So we do business and economics related qualifications. So what that really means is that if you want to go into the business field, it's not just business that you can study. You can study marketing, you can do transport, there's logistics, there's hospitality management, there's applied information systems, we have finance courses, and we have economics and econometrics as well that you can study with us. So we want to prepare students to go out into the world, to solve societal challenges, to be able to function in business and grow business. We also want to create entrepreneurs. So at the University of Johannesburg and the College of Business and Economics, you can study entrepreneurship. So we have a degree and we have a diploma in entrepreneurship. Well, the diploma is actually called Small Business Management. But we want to grow the economy, we want to grow business, we want to grow society. And the students that we return to society once they have studied with us must be able to go into the world and make a difference and grow us and do better. You know, we can't leave the world the way we find it. And that's what we want to do at the college. We want to contribute as much as possible, and we do this through what we teach our students. And the graduates that do come through our doors, or leave through our doors rather, they must go out there and they represent us. So what they do and what they contribute is a reflection on us. So we just want the best out there.
Wow.
That's what we do.
That's quite a lot. Seeing that you've mentioned all these, maybe you could dwell in and go into how does one actually then get to apply? What requirements do I need to meet if I want to get into your faculty?
Well, like I said earlier, we're the biggest college in the university. I mean, we've got nearly 27,000 students, you know, so we literally make up half the size of the university. We have 162 qualifications. So that's 162 things that you can study with us. So we've got options. They're all business and economics related. So they are industry specific. And within the College of Business and Economics, we also have 7 schools, and each school is broken up and has departments under it with which you can study. So we have a wide range of stuff that you can go through. Business qualifications our business qualifications specifically are rated highly. You know, we're not just there thumb sucking what it is that we are teaching students. For example, just to give you, I mean, everybody loves a ranking. Everybody wants to know where you fall in the scale of things. Within the College of Business and Economics, we have the School of Tourism and Hospitality. They're the first in Africa. They're 18th globally. So the School of Tourism and Hospitality Management are ranked first in Africa.
Wow.
That's the quality of the courses that we have. 18th globally. Marketing and Management is ranked first in Africa. That speaks to the level of a course content in offering. So if you want to be the best, shouldn't you really just come and study by the best? Another thing is the organizational psychologists, first in South Africa. Business and Management Studies are third in Africa. Economics and econometrics are fourth in Africa, and accountancy and finance are also fourth in Africa. And also, just speaking on accountancy, everybody wants to be a chartered accountant. We are SAICA accredited. We have a 92% ITC pass rate.
Great.
You know,
Yeah.
SAICA looks to us for producing the best
next.
accountants.
Yeah.
If you want to be one of the best CAs in South Africa, would you not want to study the best course load?
Okay. But
Simple.
Wendy, let's talk about the progression. So I'm doing my undergraduate.
Yes.
What are the steps that one can actually follow?
Okay. So once you've completed your matric, you come to the university, you study an undergraduate qualification with us. So those are 3 years. You pass, you do well, you can then go on to your honors. So that is the next step. So now you've got one qualification with your undergraduate. Then you go on and you do honors. So now you've got your second qualification, right? Then you can do your master's qualification. Now you've got 3 qualifications. Then you can do your doctorate qualification. Now you've got 4 qualifications and you've just studied one course. So we want to give a well-rounded student. So we give you the opportunity, for instance, if you want to study logistics with us, so you can do an undergrad qualification in logistics, complete that. Then go to an honors qualification in logistics, complete that. Then go to a master's qualification in logistics, complete that. And then do your doctoral in logistics. Then you can be Dr. Logistics.
Geez, you are clearly encouraging us to be staying at UJ for lifespan when it comes to studies.
Ilisejo, education is the answer for a lot of things. So why not get as much education as you possibly can? Why not learn more and contribute more to society? Make the world a better place.
Okay. Speaking about that, any new developments you want to show off? Tell us more about your achievements.
We were speaking about the School of Accountancy a while ago. They've now one of the first universities in South Africa to implement a cloud-based software called Zero Learn. So the only university in South Africa, one of very few in the world, that use this cloud-based software that teaches you basically how to learn better, how to be better, it's also within the College of Business and Economics, we want to not just do the tried and tested. So everybody sits in a classroom, everybody listens to the lecture, and we take notes and you leave. We want it to be interactive. We want it to be a discussion. We want it to be learning. Learning is not me speaking and you listening. Learning is us engaging, using all the tools that we have at our disposal to make the student the best possible student. And this is what Zero Learn is aiming to do.
Okay.
Another thing that we do is in our Department of Applied Information Systems, they run an annual hackathon. So a hackathon is where they give a societal issue and then they ask people to gather and
problem solve.
Yes, yeah.
And be hackers.
And hack a solution. So we call it a hackathon. And then the best team that wins gets a prize.
Yeah.
And that's not the only one of that we have. We have a technopreneurship center that also runs competitions. But it's not competitions. The aim of the competition is not to give you a reward. Yes, there is a reward. Yeah. The aim of the competitions are always to solve a societal issue. Because in your work, one day when you get a job, you are there to solve a problem, or contribute to solving a problem. So why not start early to learn that it's not just about you, it's about society at large that you need to worry about, because you are part of society. And if you're worrying about yourself, surely you should be worrying about society.
Well, the last time I checked, they said a university, not only does it give you a qualification, but it gives you all the tools to be able to conquer the world.
That's it.
But I mean, having a very excitable individual like yourself, surely I would want to come and join your faculty. So
you should. You can.
Maybe I should.
Never too late to learn.
Okay. Well, with those few words, I'd like to take this opportunity and thank you. Maybe you want to say something to attendees in closure?
Yes, I'd like to say to you, work hard, study hard, do the best that you can do, because school might really not seem like the best place to be and the last place you want to be, and all you really want to do is just be done with it. But what you do and achieve in school carries with you for the rest of your life. And it might be painful now, but the effort you put in now sets you up for life. And just do your best, work hard, study hard, and come study at UJ. Specifically, the College of Business and Economics.
Thank you so much for enlightening us. I hope the learners benefited from this information session. Talking about benefits, UJ has an incentive program for top achieving learners called the Orange Carpet Rewards Program. Those of you that might not be familiar with this, here's an explanation of how it works and how one qualifies for it.
Are you a top performer in grade 11? Well, we have good news for you. You may very likely find yourself on the Orange Carpet Rewards Program. The Orange Carpet Rewards Program is a UJ initiative to recognize top achievers. The objective of this program is to allow top performing learners early conditional admission to the university as well as special benefits. To qualify for these benefits, a learner must obtain a minimum admission point score, APS, of 37 and above with a level 6 or higher in all subjects in their final grade 11 results. Final acceptance will be dependent on the learner maintaining these results in their final grade 12 results.
With an APS of 37 and above, you will receive the following benefits. You are conditionally accepted at the University of Johannesburg. You'll receive a guaranteed bursary according to your APS score, anything from 50 to 100% of your tuition fees. Your registration fee and ICT levy will be waived. You will receive a voucher of 2,000 Rand for textbooks or a tablet. Guaranteed accommodation placement in a UJ residence. For those that have played sport at provincial or higher level, you will qualify for a sports bursary. Faculty and departmental specific incentives include career counselling, exclusive VIP events and discounts.
Each study program has its own specific minimum requirements to comply with in order to apply for the program. So, how do you know whether your admission point score, as an APS, meets your course requirements? Let us use an example to help you navigate this process. Let's say that you want to study civil engineering at UJ. Go to the UJ prospectus and look for the relevant faculty, in this instance, the Faculty of Engineering and the Built Environment. Now, look for the study program, Civil Engineering. Note that you need a total APS of 32 in order to qualify to apply for the Civil Engineering program at UJ. In this table, you will see that there is a minimum admissions criteria for each of the school subjects. In this case, you need a minimum of 60% for English, which is equivalent to a level 5 on the APS rating. Then you will need a minimum of 60% or rating of 5 for each of the following subjects: mathematics, physical science, and with your remaining 3 subjects, you must ensure that you score 32 APS or higher. Points are awarded for the 6 symbols on your grade 11 report according to the scale. To make sure you are calculating the score accurately, life orientation must be excluded when you calculate the total APS. To be able to gain access to a faculty and to a specific program, applicants are required to have the appropriate combination of recognized National Senior Certificate or Independent Examinations Board subjects, as well as certain levels of achievement in these subjects. Please consult the UJ prospectus for further guidance.
More detailed information about Orange Carpet Rewards can be found on the UJ website. Now that we've discussed the Orange Carpet Rewards program, let's talk about applications and the process which needs to be followed. All applicants need to apply with their final or promotional grade 11 results. Applications open as from the 1st of April and they close towards the end of September. Please refer to the UJ website for additional application information. To add on to what you've seen here today already, UJ has noteworthy achievements when it comes to university rankings. Remember to also visit our website for more information. Good luck and all the best going forward.
The University of Johannesburg, the future reimagined.